Yet, he told he felt problems such as information breaches, hack and disinformation could be tackled. But he told he felt how human beings were start to superior know the risks they florid as web users. While the Cambridge Analytica item went downward, human beings implemented how elections had been manipulated with information how they introduced. He added how in latter year he has more felt how the principles of an outdoor web requirement to be protected. In his email, Sir Tim set out 3 particular areas of dysfunction how he told were damaging the web present. These things could be dealt in portion, via new laws and system how range bad behavior on the internet, he told. But initiatives love the would need all of community to promote, of members of the social to industry and policy leaders. We requirement outdoor web champions during by the government, civilian service staff and selected officials who will get activity while individual segment interests endanger the social nice and who will stay up to defend the outdoor network, he wrote. Stray circle the information center at CERN, Sir Tim Berners-Lee was in a naughty sentiment. Remember how he'd plugged the really at first web server computer in the center's uninterrupted force delivery above Yuletide so how no would selector it off, just for the entire location to be given downward. But as we talked on which had happened with he submitted his suggestion for the web 30 year ago, outlined by his lug as obscure but breathtaking, Sir Tim's sentiment dark. In the recent few year, he said he'd implemented it was not quite too fair campaigning for an outdoor web and keep human beings to their own devices. Sir Tim has a schedule, the agreement for the web, to put things behind on the order path but it depends on governments and corporations making their portion, and the countrymen of the web press them to instrument. While, as my recent issue, I requested Sir Tim if the common effect of the web had been nice, I anticipated an optimistic reply. Instead of gesticulating to specify an upwards and later a down trace, he told how following a nice at first 15 year, things had rotated bad and a medium course adjustment was necessary. His shiny create has grown up in an uneasy teenager, and Sir Tim sees it as his private mission statement to put the web behind on the order path. Sir Tim's site was at one day utopia and lifelike, told Jonathan Zittrain, writer of The Next of the Web and How to Halt IT. It rests on the concept how a complementary and outdoor web would authorize its users, quite rather than bring them to just creature consumer, he explainable. Those principles, he told, turned on generality of accessing and clarity, the capacity to see and know how web applications job.